So, is it possible to create a game that appeals to both the casual and the hardcore gamer? It appears so. Sine Mora is a new 2.5 dimension bullet hell designed by Grasshopper and Digital Reality. Now, Grasshopper was responsible for the concept art and the sound design, while Digital Reality handled the 3D assets, the programming, the story, and the game design. Now, it's basically like a diesel punk kind of setting where you've got some anthropomorphic humanoid animals, and the story itself is told from a number of different perspectives. You've basically got two main angles. The first angle is a sort of classic revenge story of the father that lost his son, and the second angle is a number of time travelers who have basically been sent to save the world, and it's your job to obviously shoot the shit out of everything. Now, some of the levels are quite tricky. As you can see, this boss right here is pretty hard. But as far as everything looks, it just looks amazing. At every opportunity, you get to see the enemies come in from 3 dimensions, and you can see the painstaking detail to which the models were created. There are some fantastic pyro effects. The bullets are really nice and easy to see. The shadows are fantastic. The mechanics of the game, you've got a primary weapon that can be upgraded through 10 intervals. You basically just got to pick up the power-ups and your weapon will upgrade. Now, if you get hit, you'll lose your power-ups, but you do get a chance to pick those up again if you're quick. There's a time slowdown mechanism, so that if things get really hectic, you can slow the time down and get yourself through those tight spots. Other than your primary weapon, you also have a different sub-weapon for each ship. Now, in the story mode, you go through all the characters and you use every ship. But in the arcade and the score attack modes, you can choose which ship you want to use. You get to choose what your time capsule ability is. There are a few different capsule abilities. There's a reflector, and there's also a time reverse, so that if you get fragged, you can quickly reverse time, just like the good old Prince of Persia, and have another crack. Now, in story mode, the action isn't too hectic. There are some spots that are still tricky, but for the most part, the casual fan will be able to cope. Now, instead of having a health meter, you've got a timer, and killing enemies and picking up bonuses will increase your timer, and if the timer drops to 0, that's where you die. Now, the sound effects and the music is like an ambient sort of techno house sort of beat, I suppose you would say, and the actual sound effects are really, really meaty. The explosions are huge, and the bullets are fucking powerful. You can just hear the crunch when you shoot stuff. It's really great. The voicing was all done in Hungarian, and that does lend this very nice sort of otherworldly quality to the overall appearance of the game. There are a lot of different stages and several different modes. Other than the story mode, there is the score attack in the arcade mode. The arcade mode will give you 3 continues. The score attack, you'll get no continues. And there's also a boss training mode, so that any of those bosses that are really a problem for you, you can go into boss training and learn all of their little attacks and their weak spots. And the boss presentation is great. All of the bosses are different. They've all got some mad attacks. They telegraph their attacks, so if you've got your eyes open, you can really see what's going on, and you can respond accordingly. And there is, of course, that time slowdown, so you can avoid the worst of it. As with all bullet hell games, there are lots of bullets on screen. Now, at the end of each level, you will be graded on your performance, how many things you've hit, how many times you've been hit, and your scores will be uploaded to the leaderboards, where you can compare how you've been performing with your friends. Little shout out to Gabrius. How's it going, Gabrius? As far as the verdict goes, with a $15 price tag, you can't go wrong. This is like new school presentation with old school style. This is really a fantastic game and is worth the download. Grab it immediately.